proven in court. Jerry. Hi, Joe. Can you come over? They're coming over. She's right there. What do you want me to do? I don't understand. I'm not doing anything. Are you kidding me?
Listen, guys, she does this whining, crying thing for about 15 minutes here, so I'm not going to play the whole video. In fact, I'm going to mute it now. You can just see this. Actually, I want you to kind of hear it. Let me just stop and play it. I'm going to let you hear it.
What do you want me to do? I don't need this. Just go. I don't know what I can do to make you better. Like, where do I go from here to make you better? I don't understand.
Okay, so guys, if you ever heard the term playing the victim, it's more obvious here because she's literally playing a victim. She's screaming out, "You're killing me, you're killing me." And then she's asking him to help her. And then he's saying, "I don't know what more I can do at this point." And I want you guys to understand something. She has gotten caught cheating. And now he's recording her, and she sees her reputation coming to an end. She sees the relationship coming to an end. And he's telling her, "I'm going to use this video in court." She's embarrassed. And that is why she is crying. It's not because she hurt him. She's not crying because of what she actually did. So what you're seeing is not accountability. This person is crying because of what's going to happen in their life. They're crying because they got caught. They're crying for themselves. I promise you. It's just like a child. When you catch them doing something they shouldn't be doing, they begin to cry because they fear what's going to come, the punishment. You understand? They weren't sad about what they were doing because when they were doing it, they were happy. That's why they were doing it, because they wanted to. People don't put guns to people's heads typically to make them cheat, okay, or steal or do whatever that got them caught. But this is what I would call emotional immaturity. It seems like, Kevin, it's blatantly obvious that this is emotional immaturity. I mean, she's acting like a baby, right? But no, this is emotional immaturity because she is not going to be accountable. The baby thing, or reverting to a childlike state, is something that I would consider very narcissistic, okay? Now, again, when they do that, it's more like, look at how innocent and weak I am. Don't do this to me. And that's why she's like, "You're killing me." And she's sounding just like a child, just like a baby. She reverted back to a childlike state. The goal here is to get the person who caught you or who's filming you to go into a parental state, where they begin to console you and see you as a child and say, "I'm going to help this person." Now, typically this works on men because men see this, obviously, or unfortunately, men find this attractive in a lot of cases, emotional immaturity. To them, it makes them feel like, I can teach her something. She just needs to be groomed or grown up or matured in a certain way. And I'm the man, just the man to teach her. You understand? But this type of attitude is displayed when men and women cheat, believe it or not. But again, she's acting like a complete child in hopes that he doesn't punish her, in hopes that what she should be accountable to, what she should be responsible for, she will no longer have to be accountable to or responsible for. Think about how we act as children. We start dancing before the belt even hits us or the punishment is even there. We start crying and pretending that we're already hurt because we want the parent to lighten up a little bit, But again, this is not something that you do when you sincerely want to change. For this reason specifically, family, I didn't raise my children on whoopings or spankings. I wanted to always have them be accountable. So anytime in their life that they did something, there was going to be a sit down, and they would deem, just ask them, that sit down is punishment because they're going to get a thorough interrogation. I'm going to ask them exactly why they did what they did, and we're going to get to the root of it. And we're going to make sure that it doesn't happen because we got to the root of it. See, deal with the fruit. You don't really find out what the root is, but if you deal with the root, you'll get the fruit. Do you understand? And so anyway, you can see this in the woman, and a lot of you guys don't see this probably as detestable. A lot of you ladies may not see this as a detestable, but let me show you a man doing it, and you'll see that it's parallel to how she is behaving. Here is a man who got caught cheating, And now, for a lot of you guys who can't see in a non-biased way, now you will see this man doing it, and now you'll find it a disgrace. But when a woman does it, a lot of men see this as a turn on. I'm not kidding. A lot of men actually would like this and forgive this woman, okay? But let me show you the man. Watch this.
No, why are you doing that to me?
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Why are you doing
Give it
that
to
to
me.
me? Why you hate me so much?
Why were you with her? Was I was not good enough for you?
Yes, you are.
Then why were you with her?
You are everything.
Okay, then
Stop
why-
being mean to
Then
me.
why were you with her?
Stop recording
No,
me.
then why were you with her? Why did you go pick her up from fucking rehab? Why were you with
I
her?
love you.
Then why were you with her? Why did you tell her you loved her?
I don't.
Then why were you with her? Why did you fuck her?
Because I was stupid. I was stupid.
I'm done with you.
Please don't.
Get out. Get out.
Please don't. It's not fair to me.
It's not fair to you. You fucked her when I'm here at the fuck.
Now, you see this, right? And you see how the woman now, the one, she's filming him, and she's been the mature one, real calm and stoic like the guy was being when the woman was behaving that way, locking herself in the car and acting like a complete child. Look at him. Look at how he starts the video off. Why are you doing this to me? Why do you hate me? Playing the victim. He's literally on his knees with his hands folded between his legs, acting like a child, assuming this childlike, innocent victim state, in hopes that she'll turn that camera off and forgive him and he won't be accountable to literally cheating on her. Now, she's caught the man cheating on her. He wasn't crying when he was cheating. You see what I'm saying? And now when he's caught, losing her would be the absolute worst thing that ever happened to him. Hurting her, in fact, is one of the worst things he's ever done. And that's what they'll say. Hurting you was the worst thing. Not doing what I did, but hurting you was the worst thing I've ever done. It's love bombing. Literally, hurting you was the worst thing I've ever done. Really? Then why were you over there doing that thing? And you weren't crying when you were doing it. You were actually pursuing what you wanted to pursue. No one had a gun to your head. And now that you're caught, he's on his knees, hands between his legs, crying like she's killing him. You see what I'm saying? Pouting like a little bitty baby, assuming this childlike state in hopes of playing on her love, on her heart, hoping that she'll say, look at him. Look at how weak he is. Look at how frail and pathetic he is. You know, let me just forgive him because, you know, look how innocent he looks right now. Nah, listen, y'all. These people, when they cry like this, when they're caught, they're playing you. They are not crying about what they did to you. They're crying about their own personal experience. Has nothing to do with you. They just would rather not get caught. And that's what they're crying for. They're crying about getting caught. I promise you, family. It's not really that they're crying about what they did. Imagine getting pulled over in your car and the cop pulls you over and you know you got a speeding ticket. Yeah, you might cry. You might come up with lies and say your wife's pregnant, your mama died. You'll see a whole bunch of crap to not get that speeding ticket. But really, what is really the innocence on your face? What is really the drama that you're putting out? That you got pulled over, not because you really do feel bad about speeding. Do you understand? It's not that you feel bad about speeding. You're trying to avoid accountability or the consequences. You understand? And so I wanted to do this video because I want you guys to understand what you're seeing right before your eyes when it happens. A lot of times you would have never saw this person behave this way. And this is why it works on a lot of y'all. A lot of times that man has always been stoic and always shown you a strong man. But then when you catch him cheating, it's this, dropping to his knees, crying like a baby and begging. And for a lot of women, this works because seeing that man beg her and seeing that man cry for her will actually help her stay with him longer. She'll look at him and say, oh, he really will never cheat on me again. I must really be important to him. Look at how he's crying at the very thought of losing me. You know, let me just stay with him. And hey, if I stay with him, hey, I got a good man. It's probably better than going out and risking getting cheated on with some new man. Hey, I already know this man and look at him, how broken he is over what he's did. He probably is going to change. Let me stay with him. And men thinking the same thing. I'm serious. Look at how she's crying. Look how pathetic she looks right now, crying over me. I must mean a lot to her. She must have just been in her wrong mind. Because a lot of times what's going to happen is as they play the victim, They're going to try and convince you that you are the reason that they cheated. It was something that you wasn't giving them, some emotional need that you wasn't fulfilling, something, which is why they went to the arms of another person willingly and was enjoying it. Well, until they got caught. You understand? Please, family, stay woke. When you see this, don't let this keep you in a relationship that you know good and well you're too good to be in, okay? Be responsible to your own value. Be accountable to what you say that you are worth. And you walk away from that crying MFer. You understand? Walk right away from them and leave them sitting there crying. On their knees, on their face, whatever they're going to do. And if you need to record it, especially if you're married, because of course, in a lot of states that is honored in court, if you can prove that you have been cheated on, a lot of times the alimony and things, it's a lot lighter if you can prove that. So keep the tape, don't delete it for whatever, because they'll try to make you feel like you're doing them wrong for recording them in that moment. You understand? Now, I'm not saying record them with the purpose of trying to expose them or exploit them in any way, or to make yourself look like a victim. My point is just record them for your own safekeeping if it's necessary. But in most cases, just walk away from them and leave them alone, family. Walk away from these people and leave them alone, because they're not going to be accountable to what they did. And they're not crying for you. They are crying for themselves. I promise you. All right? Peace, family. I hope y'all got something out of this. Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see. No candle loses its flame from lighting another. And if you were to ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it's in that chaos that you find yourself. Regardless of how pathetic you look, that's you in that moment. All right, family? Peace.